Oh, yeah. What it do? Yo. We back. What you know, fool. We got food in the house. We got food in the house. Hey, let's go. All right. It's a wrap. Let's get it, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all heard that song. Y'all remember that song, right? Welcome back.
By Nas.
Yeah, it was hard. That was hard. He's still rapping. He's still around. But let's get into it, man. We here. We back in the flesh. We back here on this beautiful Monday afternoon. And we're gonna talk some football, man. We're gonna get into what happened this weekend, the tragedies and the victories, and some disappointments as well, man. So, but we're gonna get into it this week. But you got our lovely co-hosts. We got DL Smooth in the building. We got Chubbs, Chris in the building. Y'all know he's happy with his Ravens dub.
Raise your hand if your team won this weekend. Hey, I love it.
Classic. But before we get started, man, y'all know what it is, man. Go follow us on hdsportspod on Instagram, the YouTube. Subscribe on that as well. If you want to check us out, comment, do all that stuff, subscribe. And pretty much want to just keep giving you this content, keep talking about these games, keep getting into it. But you guys have anything to say before we get started?
Not football related, but damn, Lillard is a buck.
It is. We have refrained from talking about basketball, but I could talk about this for a little bit because this is big. It has changed the dynamic.
I just want to say
the East.
I called that shit for Miami. You guys are getting no one this offseason. That's what.
And you know what I said. You know what, Chubbs? You were right. We got no one. We got no one last year. And we
back
went
to back.
And we went to the championship.
Nah, you got Kyle Lowry.
Last year, we didn't get Kyle Lowry last year. He already was on the team. That was 2 years ago.
Well, sorry. The big re-sign. You had Vic Oladipo re-signed. That's right. That's what Wayne was telling me.
That's nothing. It's nothing. But we went back to championship, and now it's crazy, man, to see these teams just go and scurry and chase these guys just to beat us. Because we are the champs. They got to go through the heat. They got to go through the heat on the East. And you know it, man. We got the Bucks numbers, but I ain't scared. Dame wanted to go to Miami. Portland said no. You're going where we send you. He ended it with the Bucks.
So this goes back to my one point that I said way back when we talked about NBA is it don't matter. One of our other co-hosts is not here. Was like, oh, if the player says he wants out and he says where he wants to go, they are going to get him to where he wants to go. I'm like, the org's still going to do what's best for the org at the end of the day.
Right. But let's check this out, right? I feel you on that, but you got to be a certain type of person to tell an organization, I want to go here, and they send you there. Because when I look at Dame, Dame is still Dame. He's that guy. Well, what did he win?
All right, don't start this.
I'm just being no.
It's funny. Now he's gonna start doing this. But these guys were horny for Dame Lillard all season.
Of course, because of his talent. I just said Dame is a great player, but as a person to demand, say, hey, I want to go to Heat. I don't care what they're giving you. You got to be a certain type of player. He doesn't have an MVP.
He's a superstar.
He's a superstar, but he doesn't have an MVP. So as a person that's never won MVP, how can you demand that also from a team?
That's kind of hard. You see who's in the league. It's hard to win MVP.
You were saying that Dame over Kyrie. So
yeah, Kyrie doesn't have anything either but Rookie of the Year.
Rings. And he was
Well,
vital.
he got rings. Well,
he was
wait,
vital in that rings.
Well, hold on. Well, I'm talking about prior to like.
As far as trade for trade,
he got those rings with LeBron.
You don't think that they would send Kyrie wherever he wanted to go? I mean, if Kyrie wasn't like his reputation wasn't like changed within the whole, social thing.
Right.
He wouldn't have been able to go wherever he wanted because he was Kyrie. I mean, because we were saying that Dame.
Essentially, Kyrie did go wherever he wanted,
but he wanted to be in LA.
He wanted to be in LA, right? But then, when it still came down to the decision on where he wanted to go, he still went to a situation where he wanted to go.
So
top choice, though.
I'm saying that. So Dame
after the situation with the whole the him posting that the video.
I know.
But after that, obviously, we can say, all right, yo, you really don't have no pull right now. But before that, like, I felt like he had pull. Did he not?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, why Dame couldn't go to wherever he wanted to go?
Can I?
Kyrie had more accolades at the time. Does he not?
Another question. When's the last time a superstar said, I want to go here? Besides KD. All right, KD's actually the last one. KD's the last one.
KD.
That's the only one. Bradley Beal didn't really have it. Bradley Beal didn't really have a choice.
Kawhi.
The Wizards just let it go for whatever.
Kawhi did not. Kawhi, he went to where he wanted to go. Come on, you gotta be
Kawhi a free agent?
Was he?
Yes. He didn't resign with the Raptors. He was a free agent.
He did 1 year with the Raptors, right? Yeah, he did. He did the 1 year with the Raptors.
But I'm saying,
but did he get traded? Did he get traded to the Raptors, or he got picked up?
Yeah, he got traded to the Raptors, but he didn't want to go there. He wanted to go in LA. And he won a ring, waited a year, and then in free agency went to LA.
But he wasn't. But again,
the only person in this recent 5 years is KD. Harden hasn't had a choice of where he's gone. He wants to. He wants to leave, but he ain't going anywhere.
I don't know.
Kyrie did not want to go to Dallas.
I feel like people made their way. I feel like they made their way to the Nets when KD was there. Like, I feel like they forced their way there. Did they not? Am I wrong about that?
No, I think they did. I think that's what I'm saying. Like, why can't Dame go to Miami? That's the question.
I think Dame not. If you want to be honest, this is real. If you want to be honest, I think Dame can't go to Miami because other organizations don't want Dame to go to Miami. That's how I feel about it.
I think Dame's in his latter years of playing basketball. Honestly,
bro. We offered Tyler Hero. We offered the whole trade back was Tyler Hero.
I don't think it's a league. I think Portland was just salty that Dame wanted to leave.
It was Tyler Hero. We gave him like 3 first-round picks. We gave him
I saw the logistics.
It was a good trade.
I'm not saying if it wasn't or wasn't.
Didn't take it.
If it was or wasn't.
I think it was
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, it was funny because I fuck with the Trailblazers. I fuck with them because he was like, you know what? I'm not going to Miami. I want to come back. They're like, hey, it's too late for that. We send you where we want to send you. So
that's crazy.
He said he didn't. If it wasn't Miami, he would be back in Portland. But they're like, nah, it's too late for that. And it's funny that the Miami turned around and said, let me get Drew Holiday then. And they still said no.
I'm telling you, it's Miami, bro.
They still said no.
The league don't like Miami. I promise you.
Well, it's because you guys push this. It's not the org, but there is. If tampering was a thing for social media, bro, you guys would be the number one accusers of tampering.
So Lakers don't do it. Lakers put everybody in the jersey.
Do it, but I see everybody. You guys do it more. And Wayne's gonna be like, see this? He's like, oh, the algorithm because you follow a lot of Heat fans.
Facts.
I fuck with LeBron. I see a lot of Lakers shit. I see that shit.
So Lakers fans do the same thing.
but I see it more Heat for some reason.
Because you follow Heat fans,
it's just more satisfying because you guys always do this all off season and get nobody.
and we win though.
That's
because they be hating.
Hey, Eric
They
Spoelstra,
be
great
hating.
coach.
If you
Eric
think about
Spoelstra,
it,
great coach.
I think
They
the
be
Heat,
hating on
I mean,
us,
I think the East just got a little bit easier. I mean, a lot of the teams are split up. If you're being real, the Celtics not the same Celtics. Like getting rid of Robert Williams.
I was about to break it down.
Like that's
They gave up
Grant,
they got
Marcus,
rid of Rob,
Malcolm,
and Malcolm Brogdon. That's
Good
mad
point.
defense that they just got up.
I like
gave
it.
up.
Somebody said, "What's going to stop this team in the postseason?" I said, "Turnovers."
They just lost their chance. That sucks.
The Portland won.
Hey,
trade to me.
How the all right? Last Emily. How does the Suns have so much cap? How they doing all these trades?
I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know.
Even though I think they downgraded, but
I think the Portland Trail Blazers won that trade. Of course, they got they're worth the Damian Lillard. Hopefully, we'll see what he does with the Bucks. I think there's gonna be a lot of scoring on that team, but less defense. So we'll see. What happens. But let's move on. Man. We're gonna do some week 4 recaps. We're gonna get into some of these games, man. Honestly, very disappointing week for.
What y'all think about the London game?
My team. Oh, that was great. Did you guys watch the Toy Story?
I did. That shit was crazy.
That shit was lit.
That shit was crazy.
I like it.
But they were doing what they were doing on the field. So every celebration, you saw the little Toy Story guy doing it.
With the Bijan shook Buddy on the side. I was like, yo, I saw that. I was like, yo, that shit like, because in the game, the real game, it was faster than the Toy Story thing.
Yeah.
So when I would like see the difference, I was like, yo, that's kind of lit. But the celebration they did when he fell, like Andy come in the room. I think they scored a touchdown. That was kind of lit too. No, that was a good game. Honestly, I had the Jaguars winning that game. To me, I thought it was a good game because I had them win.
I had Atlanta winning that, and big takeaway I got out of that game is if they are unable to run the football, Atlanta is not going to win the football game. They were struggling majority of the game to get any type of running game going. They started getting a little bit towards the end because the way that Arthur Smith's offense is, he runs it to open up the play action pass, and it just wasn't there. I don't know if y'all saw the viral moment where Desmond Riddler clearly missed Mac Hollins across the middle. He like short armed it instead of leading him, and he went over to like try to cheer him up, and Mac Hollins was like looked like he was about to fight him.
Yeah.
He looked like he was about to fight him. But
no, I mean, I think it's just like wasted talent at receiver.
Well, speaking of wasted talent, I think Kyle Pitts needs to get traded off the team because you're wasting this guy's career. He's supposed to be a once-in-generational type of tight end, and he's not getting the production he should be getting for that claim they gave him. He was like, what, the best prospect to come out of college football or something?
Yeah, man.
He needs to get off that team.
I mean, he doesn't display any like sort of frustration. So
I don't know why.
It's crazy. I mean, we all frustrated for him, but he doesn't display it. So I'm just like, is he okay with it? Is he fine? Like,
he's like, I'm making my money.
Right. So like, we'll see. Like, I mean, we'll see when it comes down to contract negotiations during this time. Because I think this is his 3rd year, is it not?
Yeah, he has another year on a rookie contract. Then he
has an option.
This is the option. If they pick him up or decline it, it's up to them.
They're probably gonna, like, knowing the Falcons, they're probably gonna pick it up.
I would decline it if I was the Falcons.
But they probably will pick him up though.
You still get him for that year, but just on lesser money.
But unless they draft a blocking tight end.
If you're drafting a blocking tight, if that's your scheme, then Kyle Pitts was the wrong pick to begin with.
But exactly. But my point is, that's what they're using him for.
And it's not what he's good at.
Decoys, like what the hell is we got going on? So I'm just like, I don't know. We'll see though.
That team had a chance though. They were starting to come back. They had a chance. Pretty sure they had a chance.
Yeah, but most of my teams that I picked this week lost, so but I ain't gonna get all that. But go ahead, DL. It seems like you're.
They didn't come back, but they were getting a little momentum. They just couldn't score. Actually, sorry.
Yeah, no, Desmond Ritter just played. I mean, Desmond Ritter just played terrible.
He threw hella picks.
Yeah,
2 back-to-back picks.
Yeah. About to throw a pick so motherfucking loud.
But yeah, no, I think it was pretty much a defensive game. Trevor Lawrence played well, didn't do too much. But like you said, I think definitely got to get Drake London more targets. Like I said, I watched the game. They didn't start throwing to him until a little bit later when it was to the league. Outputs two targets or 4 targets and 2 receptions. Jonnu Smith had the most receptions for them, which is crazy.
Tight end.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're not going to use your better tight end, maybe you should trade him. But I think this one was definitely on Desmond Ritter. I had the winning, and
But that should have been our fault because that's their second home field for the Jaguars. We should have known they probably would have won. They're used to going over there and playing.
Playing there next week too.
Yeah, bro, it's staying over.
Yeah, so they might actually end up moving.
You think the Jaguars?
I can see their owner has a house over there. The owner is very international business savvy. So I can see it.
Yeah, I can agree. They're already staying over there for the week and stuff. So we'll see. But the next game, man, we're gonna get into it. This is supposed to be the game of the week. Turned out not to be the game of the week. Turned out to be a blowout. The Dolphins and the Bills, man. I don't know. Did any of you watch the highlights, saw what happened out there?
I seen highlights. Like I told you, I asked Joey was in the chat last night for basketball when we were playing 2K, and I was watching my game, so I wasn't really getting to watch that game.
Right.
So I asked him what the hell was happening. So
yeah,
it seemed like from what I saw highlights wise that the Bills had a good game plan defensively to try to slow down the passing attack of the Dolphins. Like I said to Joe, I don't like being a box score watcher, but I was like, damn, Tyreek Hill didn't have a big game like I thought he was going to. What happened? He said they just were watching him. Like it was a Jalen Waddle game, and like Joe said, Jalen Waddle didn't show up. So I didn't get to watch it as much as I would have liked. But I was surprised Josh Allen didn't have any turnovers on his statistics. That was a shocker for me. It was.
I'm gonna let DL go on this one. I mean, I ain't got nothing terrible to say. I just
no.
I had the Bills winning.
Stephon Ball though.
I had the Bills winning. I mean, I was watching the game. I don't know what y'all game plan was. That's all I was asking. Why wasn't y'all shadowing? Did turn out that Xavier was not guarding him, but I saw what y'all were attempting to do. The biggest factor obviously was Josh Allen not turning the ball over. I think I really couldn't stop the run, honestly. And then moving Stephon a lot around on the field. He was in motion a lot. But I ain't expected to be a blowout, I ain't gonna lie. I'm really not gonna lie. Davis got hurt, so that sucks. It definitely gonna hurt their defense. But Vaughn's coming back next week. So I don't know. I think this is the game for the Dolphins to lose. If they had to lose. But yeah, I mean, Tua's human. Tua's human. I really think though, like if teams can literally find a way to slow down Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, then they'll be fine. Like they'll be in games, honestly. to slow down their offense. Tua got to get the ball out quick. Pressure. If y'all can't get the run game going, definitely helps as well. Y'all just got a lot of speed. But if you figure out how to contain that, I feel like teams will definitely be able to compete with y'all. So don't turn the ball over, which is what the Bills didn't do. So yeah.
All right, man. I mean, I agree with what both of y'all said, man. I think just for the Dolphins, man, I don't know where to start. It's hard. It's hard, right? Let's start with first. I'm gonna start with Coach Mike McDaniel. He lost control of this game when he stopped running the ball. The run actually was working. He just stopped running the ball. He started passing the ball. I think he should stick with it more because the good thing about it was, right, that we run the ball very well in between the tackles. It's not even outside. It's actually in between because people are so worried about us getting outside. In between the tackles, we thrive for some reason. But the thing that why I see why he didn't do it, I put it in the chat. It was the picture. Y'all saw that picture of that lineman trying to block. That center. Leichenberg, something like that. I don't want to mess it. Liam. I know his name is Liam. His first name, I'm going to call him by his first name.
Isn't it Eichenberg or?
Eichenberg. So Eichenberg. I think it's Liam Eichenberg, right? But anyways, this guy is the worst offensive lineman I've ever seen. We tried him at every single position on the field, and he failed. Unfortunately, Connor Williams was out. He was in the game. He was one of the reasons why Armstead got hurt. Now, losing Armstead, I'm not even mad. I'm thinking we probably should chop it up with Armstead because he keeps getting hurt. But losing him, I'm not mad at it. We survived without him a time before. So, but the reason he got hurt was literally because he got pushed back so far. And Tua had to get the ball out very fast. He's really good at it, but he was getting out the ball faster than he should have. So it was throwing the timing off with our receivers. Reason why Tyreek, Waddle, and these other guys wasn't getting the ball. I really am mad about that challenge that didn't happen. We didn't get it with Braxton Berrios going for the first down. That would have been a vital play. But one thing, Vic Fangio, listen, your defense, if you listen, Vic, your defense, we do not have the personnel for your defense. You have to cater to our defense. We don't have Ramsey out there right now. You have to cater to our defense. If Xavier Howard say he wants to shadow Stephon, fine, let him shadow Stephon. I know he got killed last week by Cortland Sutton. The only reason we got the ball back because we got the 2 fumbles from him. But put him on him. Why not? Because Kohu was not doing well. Those 2 penalties caused the Bills to go score those touchdowns. And then when we got that fumble with Mostert, when Mostert fumbled that ball, when Milano came in, got that fumble. This is reason why we're down, right? We're down. Those two penalties by Kohu put them in field position to score a touchdown. That's 14 points. We get that fumble. They get that fumble, put them in field position. And the reason they got that fumble is because Eichenberg, he had 2 people to block. He blocked 0. He blocked 0 people and 2 people in front of him. And those 2 same people caused the fumble, and they go and score the touchdown, 21 points. And then our offense couldn't keep up. And then when we tried to start keeping up, it was too late. We got to do better. I'm glad we lost this game and realized that, yes, we are not the team that everybody was saying we were. And I was telling y'all, yes, there's moments I'm afraid that this might not work because moments like this, we get injuries, guys comes in, we don't know who's playing. And then also our safety, it's too many. I don't want to go too much into my team. I don't want to kill everybody. But with our safety out, Deshaun Elliott out, Brandon Jones coming in, he probably had one of the worst games of his life. His man was getting killed out there too. Holland didn't even play well. But the Bills played very well. They hit on all cylinders on the field. Freaking Josh Allen destroyed our defense. Historically, he has destroyed our defense. So I expect him to come out and ball. I did not expect that from Diggs, but seeing that he was on our young guy, getting him killed, hopefully going into the next week, we could throw Cam Smith out there, get him some reps, because Cater is not comfortable out in the out position. He's better in the slot. So let's leave it at that. But let's move on. Moving on to the Broncos. Chubbs, man. Broncos and the Bears. You said you had Fields going off, but he folded.
I actually picked the Broncos, but I said what if you go
but
back?
He folded.
But I'm just saying he folded. I said, watch this be a game where Justin Fields absolutely plays great. Which he had 3 or 4 touchdowns to 0 interceptions, then something. Don't know what happened. They were up 28-3 or 28-0. Oh my goodness!
He fumbled the ball. He literally went to throw the ball and it slipped out his hand, and they recovered it and took it to the crib for a touchdown. Tied the game. On the drive, I think they went to overtime. I can't remember, but he threw an interception and then they kicked the field goal.
Folded.
He had 4 touchdowns before that.
Folded though. It means nothing. It means nothing with the dub. Without the dub.
The play where he fumbled the ball, I was like, "Oh my!"
I got a question. If you're up 28-0, what was this? What was the
21-0?
Yeah,
it was 21-0.
In what quarter?
It was I think going into a halftime. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they was up 21 points.
21-point lead. I saw that, but going into halftime, 21-0, and you lose that game off of 2 turnovers, 2 big turnovers, one for a touchdown, the other one.
It was 21-7 at half.
21-7. Okay.
And then they scored.
But then they scored. They scored out of half. It was 28-7 in the third quarter.
It was still a 21-point lead.
My question to y'all. I know it's the NFL. I know some coaches get flack for being conservative.
Is it the script?
Why the fuck are you not running the football? Why are you still trying to pass?
You gotta prove something. He could throw the ball.
Sustain drives.
No.
Kill the clock. You haven't won a game in 14 games straight.
He lose to the Broncos, man. That's crazy. Hey, but shout out to Russ. Comeback season.
Russ is giving great fantasy points because he's coming back every week. Have to throw in a lot of fucking passes.
Russ is playing well. The Broncos just suck. They really do. Russ is not playing bad at all, man. He's playing well, and I think the Broncos are just not a good team. They just ran into a worse team this week. Literally. It's just bad, man. I don't know how you lose a game like that. Justin Fields has to do better. He has to take care of the ball, especially in situations like that, especially if they're coming back and you just gave up a turnover. Now you're going into overtime. You got to put the team on your back. What they want to see from a quarterback is you go down the field and you score, put your team in the position to score. And that was just a master class on how to fail. So get better next week, Justin Fields. I hope you get better next week. But getting into the next game, we got the Bills and the Titans. I think not the Bills, the Bengals. The Bengals and the Titans. I think we all was wrong on this. Did anyone say the Titans? I don't think anyone said
no one picked Titans.
But Titans and who?
In the Bengals.
I think I picked the Bengals.
Yeah, we all picked the Bengals. Unfortunately, they failed us. A big blowout, disappointment. 3-27. Joey B. We don't know what he is now, man. We don't know what he is. It's not. He's changed, and can we say it's the injury? Are we going back to the injury and saying it's the injury's fault, or are we just saying that this is who he was all along?
I don't know. I can't sit up here and say I know what it feels like to have your calf or not be able to use your calf as a quarterback. But
so in this point, right? They are 1-3. They just lost this game. They were 1-2. They're 1-3. Joe Burrow is probably dealing with a lingering issue. The worst games, I feel like the worst games are behind them right now for a little bit.
No, it's not. You know why? They ended number 1 in our division, so they play everybody that finished number 1 in their division last year that they play. That's not a divisional game. They have a hard schedule.
Do they? Let's see.
They do.
We got the Cardinals next. Seattle.
That's not hard.
This is it. Cardinals, Seattle. Okay.
Seattle's hard.
San
Fran's
okay.
hard.
Buffalo, Houston.
Buffalo's hard. Houston is hard.
Ravens, Pittsburgh.
Ravens hard.
All right. 2 weeks. He can sit out Seahawks and Cardinals. If he sits out Seahawks, Cardinals, probably give his team a better chance because the quarterback is actually healthy.
Yep.
Give him 2 weeks to recover. It might not
Jaguars, Colts,
probably give him a good enough time to come back and play the 49ers. Now, let's say he doesn't come back and play the 49ers. Who cares? That's not an AFC team. It's not going to kill a tiebreaker. But now listen, we're going to count that as an L. Let's say they go 1-2, and now they're 2-5. 2-5. If the Bengals are 2-5, healthy Joe Burrow, do you think they go to the championship? I'm not championship. Do you think they go to the playoffs?
I'm gonna let you know right now. This is my take right now, and I'm sticking to it. Damage is done. Damage is already done to their year. If he's sitting out this week, the Cardinals who beat the Cowboys are going to show up and beat the Bengals.
I doubt it.
I
think their spirit was
why do you doubt it?
I think
their defense is trash.
I think the Cardinals' spirit was crushed this week.
Josh Dobbs has played in this division.
We'll see.
And he's won games in this division.
Yeah.
I think it's possible for him to win this weekend. Especially if Joe Burrow's not playing. But the real reason the Bengals are being trash, and also T. Higgins might be out with a rib injury. They're abandoning the run way too soon. Joe Mixon has been playing good football. Again, this goes back to a couple weeks ago when Dwayne was on the last pod. Joe Mixon is undervalued, underutilized. The man runs the ball effectively. But the thing is, you got divas at wide receiver that want the ball. That's what they are. I know Jamar's frustrated, but Jamar wants the ball thrown to him almost every other play because he feels like he's open every play. T. Higgins wants to get the ball because it's a contract year. He wants to get paid. Tyler Boyd is just here for the ride. He's a veteran. But you know what I mean? Like, Bengals fans are just so cringeworthy, though. Because now, you know who they want the Bengals to draft? Marvin Harrison Jr. Why the fuck do you need Marvin Harrison Jr.? You got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Why do you need Marvin Harrison?
They felt like T. Higgins on his way out.
The thing they need and the things they need to fix is cornerback and safety. That's what they need.
They missed their time.
The safeties are trash.
This was their time to get it. They were supposed to get it last year.
Von Bell and Jesse Bates leaving, huge.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That team is not the same. They're trash. I've been trying to tell for years that I didn't think the Bengals were that good.
Well, they lost all their people now. Of course, they lost everybody on defense. Of course, they're trash now.
And Bengals fans, if we get any Bengals listeners, stop the bullshit about the excuses with Joe Burrow being hurt because Ravens fans were saying that all last year, and you're like, oh, excuses. Boo fucking woo. Congratulations. You're in the same fucking boat.
I mean, it's different when your quarterback's hurt and not playing. You got a healthy quarterback on the field.
Bro, they were talking shit about being Tyler Huntley, Joey.
Oh, well.
That's how they live, huh?
He is lit, but like he's not Lamar Jackson.
He's a good backup.
He's a great backup.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not surprised. The Bengals, I love seeing it. The Bengals lose so many games. Derrick Henry, hey, you shut me up this week. You had a great game. But DC Hop still didn't touch 100 yards. So the take is still alive.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised about this, honestly.
There's a lot of terrible quarterback play this week.
Yeah.
My advice to Bengals, please just sit Joe Burrow. If you have any hope of trying to make something, I'm counting y'all out. If you have any hope, you guys sit him for at least 2 weeks. Try to get him as good as you can. Because right now it's not working, clearly. Playing shit football. So
working out.
Ain't working out.
That's how you got DL. Shit quarterback play this week.
Man,
Titans are terrible, by the way. They're terrible. They lost by 3 touchdowns.
They're good. So moving on to the our guys' team right here, man. The only winner on the pod today, Ravens in the Browns. Another blowout, 28-3. What you got on your Ravens, Chubbs?
I'm gonna give Browns fans a little bit benefit down. I'm not gonna get in y'all. That's crazy. This pod. Y'all had Dorian Thompson-Robinson playing. It was late minute adjustment. Deshaun told him that morning, I can't throw the football, even though he hasn't been throwing football all week. He said he still couldn't throw it. So I kind of expected what was about to happen. I knew the Ravens were about to pin their ears back and like try to get after this rookie quarterback. And I don't know if y'all saw clips, highlights, watched it all. That guy was getting fucked up all day. Ravens were hitting the shit out of him. I was surprised they let some of them go and didn't throw no roughing the passer because that boy was getting hit. I know he felt it in the morning, but I don't know. I like what I saw. It was a good team win overall. Lamar played great. He made some beautiful dots, like beautiful passes. Mark Andrews' game, like I called. Mark Andrews had 2 big touchdowns. I said he was about to have a big game. Joe said, on that defense, I like it, but on that defense, yeah, Mark Andrews' game. The running backs, running back by committee. They ran the ball pretty well. Lamar got 2 and 2 on 2 touchdowns on the ground, 2 touchdowns in the passing. That's the first time he ever has done that in his career. And defense just played lights out. Roquan Smith was like on something, had to be. And my unsung hero, underrated guy, Kyle Hamilton's been balling this year. He's been absolutely on a tear. He did not missing tackles. He's getting pass deflections, and he got his first pick, last. I mean, it was garbage time pick, but he still got it. He read it and got it. This team is a team to fear. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know the pass rush, it's like a revolving door, but Jadeveon Clowney has been getting pass rush pressures constantly. He's not finishing the sack, but he's making the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Kyle Van Noy came off the fucking street and was getting pressures. I think he got a sack this weekend. And if he could keep that up, that's good. That's good production for the team. But I don't know. You don't want to see this team at the end of the season because they're going to go far, and they're going to be one of the top teams, and they're going to go far in the postseason.
We see you guys at the end of the season. So.
Well, you'll see us at our best. Marcus Williams will be healthy. Marlon's coming back soon. You'll see us at our best.
Hopefully, we get Jalen and Jalen.
But maybe Mike McDonald watches his Bills game and gets some ideas. I don't know. Maybe get some ideas from watching that defense.
We'll see
how to slow down Mr. Hill.
We'll see.
But no, the team. I'm happy. It was domination.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was a domination, man. That's a play that I expected to see this season from Lamar. He balled out and he was dropping dimes for real, like what Chubb said, man. They had a really good game. I think obviously the dynamic of the game have been different if Deshaun was on the field, but obviously you can't throw the ball. What can you do? So, but that was both sides of the field for the Ravens. Dominant performance. They killed it. I mean, I really, Chubb said everything. I don't really got not much to say about that.
Well, I will say, and he gets flack for it, but it's really bad when the Ravens aren't trying to score more points, that they know the defense is playing lights out so they'll run the ball 3 or 4 times or 5 times and punt it and let you have just run the clock the rest of the second half. They weren't trying to score in the third, fourth quarter, and that's mainly because Morgan Moses went down and Myles Garrett and Zadarius were getting back there on the backup tackles, and we're like, we don't want Lamar getting hit too much. So, but that's how you dominated. You keep running, don't care about punting.
So.
Good win for the Ravens, man. I had them losing, but I should have won my gut again. But
you should have made a switch in the morning when you heard Deshaun wasn't playing.
Yeah.
I should have switched it.
DTR having 3 picks is kind of not helpful.
Not going that way. All right, and going to the next game, man. This was actually a surprise, man. I actually had the Colts winning this, but the Rams versus the Colts, 29-23. Nakua, that's how you say it.
Puka
Nakua. I think he broke the record for most receptions, and I believe
4 games.
In 4 games, yeah, most receptions in 4 games.
And
yards as well.
The two receivers in front of him are who?
Cooper Kupp
and Calvin. And what's the common denominator out of them three? Oh, boom. Matt Stafford.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's fucking that's hilarious.
Yeah, right. Right.
I didn't even put that together at first. That's funny as hell. But nah, yeah, man, he went off. He did his thing, man, and disappointed by the Colts defense. They showed signs of being really, really good in moments, and then when it came down to it, big time situations, they just didn't come through for their team. So I don't blame them entirely. Obviously, the offense didn't do as great as well. It's a team sport, but I just expected more from that Colts defense going against this offense, and kind of knowing where the ball's about to go. Like, you gotta know where it's going, and it seems like nobody can stop it though. Nobody can stop it. This guy gets open. I don't know what it is. Sean McVay. Is he an offensive-minded coach or he's an offensive-minded coach?
Just wait till Cooper comes back.
Right. Like, he's an offensive-minded coach because I know he comes from that Shanahan tree. He just finds a way for his guys to get open, man. I don't know what. Maybe McDaniel got to talk to him again. I know they used to work with each other, find a way to do whatever because this is insane, man. But go ahead, DL, man.
I mean, like you said, the common factors. He had a great game. You give it to a guy, you watch him work. I think I can't really complain about this guy. Diggs did the same thing this week. I wouldn't say it was force feeding, but like we said, the common factor in these two receivers is Matthew Stafford. He's gonna find a guy and
like, you're talented. I'm gonna throw you the ball all the time.
That's future Hall of Famer Matt Stafford.
Yeah, making him the guy. But I think I did have the Rams winning this one.
So let me ask a question before you finish. I'm sorry to cut you off. So even though Matt Stafford, we see he throws the ball to one guy, but is he like really that accurate that like these people he just finds a way to get the people that ball? Is he really that lit? Because like I feel he in a way he made these. I'm not saying he made Megatron because we know what Megatron can do, but in a way of feeding these receivers, he is like creating. How can I say this? One of the lifetime moments, like one of the lifetime things, like record-breaking moments. So, should we change? What do you guys have Stafford as a quarterback?
Like, what do you mean?
Do you think that should play a factor of what he does? Yeah, currently. Well, you got him now. He won a ring. Now he got a ring.
He probably is around 11 and 12
in the league.
Yeah, I'll give him that. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. That's not bad. Where you got him all time? Like and I'm not talking about all time with the older guys. I'm talking about
like what type of players?
Our generation.
What type of players do I group him with?
Yeah,
like quarterbacks.
Yeah,
like Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Is he a Hall of Fame for you?
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
I'd give him. What is he looking at me? Who's looking at me funny?
No, I think he's a Hall of Famer too.
He's a Hall of Famer, and I believe that if we're talking about a guy to like mirror him in a way, you might think I'm hating or might think I'm wild, but Brett Favre. I think so. Brett Favre's a slinger. Stafford's a slinger.
It's just the way you talking about the way they play.
But Brett Favre threw hella picks. Compare-wise.
Just like the way they play or just career? Like, just you would put him in that next to Favre and like in a ladder type thing of quarterback.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah.
That's where you put him?
I think, or Eli.
I have him closer to Eli. I got Favre higher than Eli.
Favre threw a hella picks, though. That's the only reason why I'm saying
Favre is also an MVP.
I hear you.
Yeah. Like, so I feel like people be disrespecting Favre. But my bad, man. I just wanted to ask real quick about Stafford because I didn't know if our minds changed a little bit about him because a little bit before this, I was just like, he had Megatron. Really. But all right, we'll see. But go ahead. My bad.
I don't know. I just think receivers is one of the easiest positions to play in the league. Well, if not the easiest position to play in the league. And,
you think receiver is the easiest?
Yeah, by far.
Nah.
As far as responsibility and job wise, yes.
The easiest, no.
Get open and catch the ball. Simple as put.
The easiest position in the league, if we're putting it that way, is running back because all you gotta do is receive the ball and go.
You can make argument for that too.
You don't need to run route and catch the ball in space. You just run straight or run at an angle and get the ball.
Oh no!
But you have to have vision though. But you can argue receiving.
Fine. Then at that point, if we're saying that, then center.
No,
bro. Center is hard as hell.
No.
Center is hard. Well, you gotta be special to play center.
You think so? Because Jason Kelsey has literally said that center is probably the easiest position in the football.
That's why he's the best center.
All you gotta do is block straight.
What do you mean? No, you gotta be no.
We're talking about pros. Every pro can snap the football.
Yeah, every
pro can snap the football and block somebody who's 300 pounds.
Yeah, bro. What do you mean?
Responsibility wise, that's very hard.
He said that because he's the best center in the league. Like,
hey, kicker and punters are the easiest. Punting is the easiest.
You know what I mean? But
punting's the easiest.
I just said that to say, like, if you like a quarterback like Matthew Stafford, if you can throw the ball on target to a receiver who's capable of catching it, that's why I make the argument for some of these receivers, i.e. Julian Edelman. He could do that with a lot of quarterbacks who can throw the ball. But yeah, it's crazy. This new guy just pops up and he's all of a sudden a Hall of Famer with the other two receivers that Matthew Stafford played with.
I ain't call him a Hall of Famer.
We ain't say he's a Hall of Famer.
I ain't call him a Hall of Famer.
If Jordan Love could be a Hall of Famer, then this Puka guy can be.
I ain't called Jordan Love a Hall of Famer. I say.
Oh no! Do not do that.
Future. I said future.
That's the same thing.
Future. He's not a Hall of Famer now. He didn't do it yet. He ain't do it.
Is Jordan Love still a future Hall of Famer after the performances he's been doing the past 2 weeks?
Yes, of course.
Don't
this
know.
Is his first season playing. So I can call right now. If Patrick Mahomes retire, I can call him. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. He will go to the Hall of Fame for what he did. Right. So I can say he's a Hall of Famer, but future Hall of Famer, that means he's going to do the things to be in the Hall of Fame. He ain't do it yet.
I don't know, man.
Right. Hall of Famer means he already did it. There's a difference. You gotta make the difference in that, man. Come on.
Gesicki was a Hall of Famer too, right?
Future.
He ain't future no more.
I might be wrong about that. He went to the Patriots. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Well, moving on. Next game, man. Kind of not much to say about it, man. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints, 26-29. Another kind of blowout, in my opinion. Saints didn't really look good. Scored 0 touchdowns, straight field goals. Buccaneers defense showed out. Baker Mayfield did what he had to do. He said, "Boo-hoo, Browns get whooped," but I'm over here getting done. He did. He almost tore his knee. That was a crazy tackle. What happened to him? But he survived, and they won. And they won. So I mean, it's we thought it was going to be a battle. I thought it was going to be a closer game, but it wasn't. I don't. Alvin Kamara caught 13 catches.
He balled.
He did 13 catches.
13 catches balling.
For like what, 50 yards?
Hey, that's
He
a
broke
lot
the
of
record.
fantasy points.
He broke the record for having the most catches in the least amount of yards in the game.
Let me see how many fantasy points he gave this weekend.
The record. That's crazy.
Let's see how much fantasy he did.
That is crazy. And the person that's next to him had like 79 yards or something like that. I don't think he had like 50 yards. He
had 15 points this weekend.
I don't think he had 50 yards though.
Bro, he had 14 targets for 13 receptions.
How many yards did he have?
33 yards.
33. There we go.
He rushed for 51.
Okay, he rushed for 51. That's what it was. He rushed for 51, but the receptions 33 yards.
What? Two yards a catch?
Bro, it was.
Hey, he'll be all right. His first game back, yeah, knock some rust off.
Whatever, but that's crazy. That is crazy, bro.
Fuck with it.
But I mean, I don't got much to say about that. I mean, that game, good for the Bucks.
It's a big game for them for division.
It is. It
was in game. New Orleans, so that's huge.
That was good stuff for them, though. Definitely good stuff for them. Moving on to the next game. I wish they would have won. I wish. This is the only time I was kind of rooting for this guy, but he's still trashed, in my opinion. The Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This one moment, I just wish Sam Howell would have beat the Eagles.
I want to reiterate that they need to ban the push play. It was 4th and 1. They were gonna stop them.
I don't think
they were gonna stop them, bro.
I think they need to regulate it a little bit more because I feel like some of those guys are moving a little bit ahead of time.
All of them are
like that. I think they have to watch them. Boom, you jump flag. Y'all got to run this the right way. Don't be jumping up. And I don't think they should ban it because it's an effective play. It's not cheating,
bro. Pre-snap,
it's cheating only if you jump in ahead of time.
Bro, pre-snap, Jason Kelsey's helmet is over the ball.
You got to regulate it. Like I said, regulate it. Don't get rid of it. Regulate it. Make it say, if you're going to run it the right way. Don't run it that's not the right way. That's cheating. You're offside. You're not you're further past the neutral
zone. If I'm a linebacker and I am not allowed to push my nose tackle because it's against the rules, because of player safety, they should not be able to do it on the other side of the football.
That's a good point.
Right.
That is a very good point.
That's the only point that matters because the defense can't do it. They're not allowed to touch the guy in front of them to push the pile. But three wide receivers get to hold him and push him to get 1 yard.
It's in the rule book. There's nothing
while all the linemen are planking.
There's nothing in the rule book saying you can't do it. It's like Bishop Sycamore. He made a fake school. There's nothing in the rule book saying he can do it. He can do it. He can do it. It's nothing. I feel like I think they just need to regulate it because.
Hey, I gotta go do your thing.
Change the formation. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
And change the formation that they're allowed to be in, because that formation is allowing them to push everybody ahead. But getting back into the game, Sam Howell, man, I was rooting for you, bro. I was like, I was rooting for him to beat the Eagles because after we lost, I was like, I need them to win so they could not be the only undefeated team. And then he goes, that's a great drive. Masterclass. And then the Eagles come down and do their thing, man. But I mean, Adia, I'm gonna let you get into it, man. I know you.
I mean, it's the Eagles. The Commanders played way better than I expected them to play. I am very upset that they did lose this game. I think they stopped the run very well. AJ Brown went off. That's really the reason why they lost. I think Sam Howell played very, very well. Jalen Hurts was underwhelming.
He had 300 yards.
He had 300 yards, but I don't think it was a meaningful 300 yards. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a 300 with 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have any rushing touchdowns. He wasn't using his feet. Playing with a D line like that. And like I think AJ Brown, he got hot. He got hot later on in the game.
Yeah.
But
I think one thing though for Commanders, the amount of pressure and sacks that Sam Howell is receiving, you're not gonna win games like that. You can't win games like that. Even despite what he did, he still played well. I think if you give that guy more time, he might look good. He's still trashing me, but if you give him more time,
he had 290.
He did. He had 290, but he got sacked 5 times.
But that's not a him. I don't think that's a him thing.
No, it's not him. I'm talking about the offensive line. Like you gotta protect them. You gotta give him more time. I think he has more time in that game. It's part of the game plan. Get in his face, pressure him, get to the quarterback, and Eagles they end up doing it. And I think that's what in terms of events, man. Like that's how you win a game long down the road, like throughout the game and stuff like that. But that's the only thing I got to really say about that. Offensive line got tighten up.
I think the Commanders would be all right. This is one of the games that I kind of expect them to split with the divisional opponent. So
even though the Eagles is out there, even though the Commanders is supposed to be a good defense, the Eagles is a really good team. I heard some big talks about Emmanuel Forbes. Homeboy was getting torched.
But look who he's playing against, bro.
Hey, man, listen. Hey, I felt bad for him. I just same way I felt bad for Kato Cole. I felt bad for him. I was like, dang, bro, these dudes getting torched today. This is crazy.
The DBs, like the DBs, the Eagles, though, they had a lot of tackles. So, it was like Sam Howell was kind of putting it out there.
Yeah. Definitely did, man.
Make some plays. Terry ain't give me no points on fantasy. I'm kind of upset. He did, but he didn't.
Yeah, he was decent. It was decent because I have him in my other fantasy. He did all right. He didn't do what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's the Eagles defense. So, but it's crazy though because y'all still went off as an offense. Well, the Commanders did. I'm just go through these games real quick. I'm not gonna really harp too much on them. The Minnesota Vikings versus the Carolina Panthers, 21-13. That was pretty much one of our toilables this week. Minnesota came out on top. I definitely had. I had Minnesota. I had Minnesota Panthers. I had the Minnesota winning that game. And obviously Jettas is still a little unhappy, isn't he? Right? Or is he?
I don't know.
Is he
but
happy
they won
now?
that game.
They did win that game.
They had 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think it was the week for the receivers, man.
Panthers trash.
Panthers are trash. I have them losing that. I don't really got nothing to say, man. Like I said, toilet bowl. I think the Vikings still gonna suck. I think they should get rid of Kirk Cousins. He should go to the Jets.
Panthers need to trade Bryce Young and just get Caleb.
Bryce Young, Bryce Young ain't. We know who's the better quarterback. And we're about to talk about him soon, but we'll talk about the Zack attack later. I'll talk about him. But Houston versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I wish Wayne was on, bro.
Listen, he missed.
I wish Wayne was on, bro.
He's missing, man. But he's missing. We did give him paternity leave. He's still on paternity leave. He'll be back. Shout out to my dog, man. Please, everybody pray for him. He gave himself a concussion. He's not really well. He just don't know how to build things. He hurt himself. But but anyways, Houston Texans get this dub against the Steelers. I had the Houston Texans.
I picked the
losing.
Steelers.
I had the Houston Texans losing. I had them losing.
I think it's
it was a shame. Honestly, shame. I should have known when Chubbs told me that defensive line was getting pressure on Lamar Jackson. And I was like, dang, man. I should have picked the Houston
you know what's
Texans.
crazy?
What?
They had a backup left tackle, backup left guard,
Yeah, they did.
and a third string center.
But they had
TJ Watt couldn't get a sack.
But they had all of that last week, and they still won.
No, they lost. Tunsil was there last week.
No, Tunsil didn't play last week.
Bro, yes, he did.
Against the Colts? No, I mean the Jags?
Pretty sure he played.
He missed some time before. I thought. He didn't play. I felt like
he started the season week 1. I know that for a fact. I swear he played last week, and they said he wasn't playing this weekend. I was like, "Oh, TJ Watt's about to eat."
Maybe it was this weekend. Maybe it was this weekend.
But I just need one thing out of Steelers fans, specifically, the one that is with us and it watches this back. Please, when you talk to me nice and be humble when you have shit going right. Because when it goes left, I'm gonna be on your ass like don't believe, bro. This man was like, being all this extra shit. Kings of the North.
Laremy Tunsil did not play, bro.
Oh, well, anyway, still backup left tackle.
Yeah, I'm last week
either. Kings of the North. I kept on seeing. And after 1 week, bro, be humble. Just be humble. Because this shit can get real dark. And this shit's getting dark in Pittsburgh real fast.
Yeah.
Shit like 30 Days of Night in Alaska dark.
That was bad,
shit staying dark.
I think all the things we heard about George Pickens being a dog, it's not there. Najee Harris is not performing, not there. That O-line improved, not there. Defense is elite, not there. I just don't know what happened to the Steelers. Everything that was said about the Steelers has dissipated. They do not look good. Kenny Pickett, that guy, he's not there. It's just, and I don't know what's going on. I think Steelers are going through identity crisis right now. They're going through some things. They don't know if they're good or if they're not. They don't know what they want to do. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I think they only know how to win divisional games. That's probably what it is. They can only beat the team that they play the most. But that's all I got to say about Steelers.
Their problem is they can't run the football effectively. That's their biggest issue. Besides offensive line, okay, I get it. But they traded away all those guys they had last year that weren't the best, but they're playing better than this. So they got nothing but themselves to blame for how they are right now.
Still folded. Yeah, man. I think that was a game that they thought they had in the bag, but they ended up losing.
Man. But Tank Dell, dog.
It looks good.
CJ Stroud, dog.
CJ Stroud, best quarterback right now. Out of that draft, he's looking like he's looking really good, man. He's looking really good. We'll see. He's looking as the candidate as rookie of the year, but we got Puka over there at the Rams too. He might win that, but we'll see. We'll see what goes down. But going to the next game, Raiders, Chargers. Raiders playing with backup. Garoppolo did not play this week. Chargers still win by 7, man. Still kind of close game for them. Obviously, Devontae Adams was still there. I thought the Raiders were going to do a comeback and win this game, but they did not. Chargers held it down, and they won 24-27, which I got, man. Which I think.
I thought it was going to be a blowout, but when I was first watching, I was pleasantly surprised they started coming back. But you can't expect watch the Ravens game. Can't expect a rookie, to come in. It's hard. First start ever in years, a divisional game.
Yeah, that's right.
It's hard. Even though the Chargers defense is not that great, it's hard.
Yeah.
Joey Bosa and Derwin and I think JC all were not playing.
Yeah.
So
rough game, man. Rough game for the Raiders. Devontae Adams
Justin Herbert broke his finger, but still played the rest of the game.
He's a dog. I saw that.
Played like a dog. You know? Yeah. Much to say on this. Chargers handled business as should.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Chargers won it.
DL.
And
just one of the weaker games this weekend.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about another weaker game: the New England Patriots versus the Dallas Cowboys. Oh man, 3-38, masterclass by the Dallas Cowboys.
Mac Jones
and their defense. Mac Jones showed you how to lose a game. Go out there and it's pretty much just
shit. Man got benched and Zappy still threw 2 picks.
It was bad, man.
So, man. So can we all agree that the
I agree. You should lose out and get Caleb Williams. I agree.
No. Did you not see what happened? It wasn't Mac. It wasn't Zappy. It's your offense. Y'all suck.
Mac Jones sucks, bro.
Y'all system suck. Your system don't work right now. Honestly.
Mac Jones is ridiculously garbage.
You put Caleb there, you're gonna put him in the same situation.
I can't even. I don't even want to speak on this game. Like it's evident. You know, we all saw it.
It was domination, and it wasn't like Dak dominating. It was just domination from the Cowboys.
That's why I didn't even say Dak.
Tony Pollard domination. Hey, he played good.
Like he threw 2 back-to-back picks, bro.
Right. And y'all defense.
It was funny.
Y'all defense supposed to look good, but y'all look like Swiss cheese out there.
I told Joe, and then he did it again. I said, Joe, no
defense was put on the opposite side of 50.
Right.
You can't win football like that.
So it's like,
right.
I wasn't even mad when he took the pick. I was just like, yeah, because he threw it back across the field to one play and it worked, and then he tried to do it 2 more times.
So I got a question for you. Like, you're the GM. You're drafting. Is quarterback your biggest need?
See, the way that Bill historically does it, he's not going to go out and draft like a quarterback that's like high priority.
That's his problem.
That is the problem. I don't think we draft.
He doesn't do that for receivers. He doesn't do that for anybody.
Any offensive players.
Just offensive linemen.
Yeah, it makes little to no sense to me.
That's how you win a game, though.
Offensive line and D line. That's what he drafts.
That's how you win championships.
There's certain positions that you can find in free agency. Quarterback is not one of them. You don't come across a talented quarterback.
Hold on.
You can't say that.
There is a proven Super Bowl MVP quarterback in free agency right now.
Didn't Jimmy G come
and his name is Joe Flacco.
Wait, didn't Jimmy G come from Patriots?
Yeah, but he played behind. He played behind whatchamacallit.
And then who else? Who else they had? They had somebody else, Matt Castle. He almost won MVP with the
behind Brady as well.
Like, come on, man. It was the system, though.
But guys, there's 2 quarterbacks in there that have done stuff in their career.
It was a system.
Nah. It was Brady. It was Brady.
Carson Wentz, man. He won MVP.
No, Carson Wentz.
You can get Joe Flacco. He won a Super Bowl.
Carson Wentz need to go to the Jets. Jets need to get whoever they need to get.
We're
gonna talk about him though.
The thing is, if Cam never got sick, then I think Mac Jones would have been in a better situation. If Cam never got hurt, I think Mac Jones would have been in a better situation. Been able to learn behind him a little bit more.
From Cam.
Learn from Cam?
Because when Cam, they got
what's he teaching them?
We was like 4-1 before he got COVID.
But what is Cam teaching Mac?
How to be a quarterback.
You don't think Cam will be a good quarterback at that point of his career?
I don't think Cam's a great teacher for quarterbacks. That's just my opinion.
He's a veteran. I mean, he's just a veteran, and in the system.
What you mean? He love the kids.
That's kids. I'm talking about guys that he's trying to like go against for jobs.
Well, if he's the starting quarterback, he's not going to be.
Hey, Mac, let me teach you stuff so you can just come right back.
We know Cam is like that type of dude. I feel this from what I've seen from Cam Newton. He's the type of dude like if I'm the starting quarterback and I'm balling and I got a younger guy that's eventually going to take my spot whenever I'm out of here. Because you got to think when Cam got picked up, Cam wasn't thinking about this is my home forever. Right. I love New England. No, he was like, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna get this check. If it look good, I could go to another team with a better situation. Blah, 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 blah. he would have left them some guidance.
Well, okay, yeah, granted, I hear you, but maybe that's the guy that's the answer for the Jets, though. Maybe they should call Cam.
Cam Newton.
Maybe.
Well, Cam not coming out. I don't think Cam coming out of retirement.
Let me Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, like he has a choice.
Free Kaepernick.
Oh, Cam Newton?
Cam don't got a choice because Cam said, he openly said, I will be a backup quarterback in the league. And people still didn't sign him.
I don't think he's ready. I'm like, you think he's still working out and shit?
He said he'd be a backup for Lamar in the Ravens. That's what he said. Swear to God.
He did say that.
He did. I know he did.
And he said it for other quarterbacks too.
I
But
feel
not
like
just
since
Lamar.
nobody sent him no stuff, I ain't know if he's been ready. I don't know if he's still ready.
He on podcast, so I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see, man.
I can admit that right now the Patriots are very underwhelming. But until we get to 7 losses, let's not
count them out yet. Don't count them out.
Yeah,
Sanders' chance.
That's just 4 more losses, man. 1 more, man. 4 more. That is a lot. That's a lot of losses. All right, moving into the next game. It's kind of the same. Cardinals and San Francisco 49ers. I think they humbled the Cardinals this week.
They get the offensive player of the year on their team.
Who?
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. I think they humbled the Cardinals this week. And I was like, hey, guys, relax. We still got this over here. I know y'all won last week. Good game. But we're going to shut this down today. Right? And McCaffrey said, hold it. 4 touchdowns. There we go. And I think it was just like one of those games where it's like, you know how like the big brother's like holding the little brother head back and the little brother's like swinging. He might get some hits, but it don't really hurt. I feel like that's what was going on. That's what was going on for them. But I think it was just a good game overall. What I expected for the 49ers. I mean, and you also got the Cardinals offense always going to do something, right? They're always going to do something. I think the Cardinals can, looking at how the Cardinals are playing, I think they could be a middle of the pack team. I ain't gonna lie. Just the way they're playing right now, they're playing like a middle of the pack team. Unfortunately, they just ran into some heavy hitters. That's it, like the Cowboys, the 49ers, and who else they lost to? No, they beat the 49ers, didn't they?
Who?
No, they beat the Cowboys. I mean,
they beat the Cowboys.
They beat the Cowboys. Who they lost? They lost to the Giants. Lost to the Giants. Oh, I won't call them heavy hitters because they get 30 jump on their head every week. We'll see what happens today. For the Seahawks. I got them winning today, though. But nah. Good game. 49ers. Good job.
Yeah, so no surprises.
Appreciate you, Christian McCaffrey. If you're watching this, give me 40 on fantasy.
4 TDs.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
4 TDs.
As expected.
Great game. And I think this is probably gonna.
Did Joey just freeze? I think we lost Joey, y'all. That's just great. That's just great because he's recording. So don't exactly what happened. Probably his computer died. I don't even know where. Oh, wait. Hold on. Joey, are you there? Joey, can you hear us? Oh, there's a spinning wheel of death. So we just got done with what? The 49ers and
Cardinals.
No surprise. Are you now the host of this now, Dio?
I didn't say that I am.
Oh, this is going to be very interesting. Hopefully Joe gets back quick so we can deal with that. But yeah. The next game we talk about is it was the Sunday night football game. Kansas City and Jets. Hey, Kansas City's 2-0 with Taylor Swift, she's popping up, Maybe it's a script. I think it might be a script, DL. I think this is all planned.
They almost lost to the almighty Zach Wilson.
Hey, say what you want. I know Zach Wilson's had a rough go of it, but he actually showed that maybe he can win some football games this year. Like he played not like great, but he played.
Yeah, nah,
he decent.
He played real good in the second half in comparison to the first. And against the Chiefs team, that's pretty impressive. I think what Joe Namath said about it was Joe Namath who said that, right?
Dude, Joe Namath was wilding on him during the week.
Messed up. He seems like a nice kid too. He don't seem to be. And I said that I think Robert Salah did the right thing by, saying they're gonna stick with him. I think him playing this weekend the way he played kind of gained some confidence, gained some cool points with the locker room as well. So hopefully they get behind him moving forward, can rally. I mean, it's still early in the season. A lot of these teams, that's why I say don't ever count my team out because it's still early in the season. So
I don't know. They just showed that they had fight, and I think that performance might give the locker room in New York a little bit of maybe a little bit more confidence than they had. They just had a dogfight with the guys that are quote unquote the defending champs, right? Yeah, they won a championship, defending champs. Top 3 team in the AFC, maybe top 4, depending on how you rank them. They gave him a fight. I know Zach Wilson blames himself for the loss. It's like the typical quarterback thing to do. I know that play might have been a big play of him dropping the ball and whatnot, but I won't put it all on him. There were some very bad calls though for the refs. Refs missed some stuff and called some stuff that shouldn't have been called. The Sauce Gardner, yeah, I guess, but there's been a lot worse of holds being called in this league. I think it was a little tit for tat type of thing. And Sauce made a good point. He was playing like that all game, and they waited till the worst possible time to throw a flag. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel for them. I know Sauce probably going to get fined for mentioning the officiating. I know Salah's probably going to get fined for saying the stuff about the refs. But all in all, it was a good football game. It was entertaining to watch. I have a little bit more faith than I had last time in Zach Wilson. I will say that.
Yeah, because Joey definitely counted him out and said get rid of him, which is crazy.
Isaiah Pacheco had a game though.
He definitely did. Yeah.
Oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still get rid of that nigga, man. Get rid of him. Listen, it still was the Zack attack. I think he played pretty well for the circumstances, going down, everything. I mean, he did it. He had a pretty good game, right? But who lost the game, guys? Let's be real. Who lost the game?
I get you, but
he lost.
I don't think he lost the game, quote unquote. I know he dropped a snap, Joey, but there was still time in the game.
Guys,
the game was over, right when he dropped it. The game was over.
Guys, we knew when he fumbled that ball and Kansas City got that ball back, he wasn't getting the ball back. We knew that.
Did we?
I knew it. I don't think
it was a whole consensus because Patrick Milhomme wasn't playing lights out last night.
I knew. Listen, I believe in Patrick Mahomes in situations like that, and also believe in Andy Reid in situations like that. And I know that he knows how to control the clock, right? So then you still have Travis Kelce out there, and those guys, his receivers, are not dropping the ball. They were catching the ball. So when you put them in that situation and you fumble in a game time situation, you are down by what, 3? Right? At that moment,
they kicked the field goal with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Right, exactly. And you're down by 3. They get the ball back. When they got the ball back, it was like 5 minutes, wasn't it? or was it like? Yeah, it was like 5 minutes.
It was like 5:40. That was
it was like 5 minutes left in the game. They're gonna run that clock. You think they're gonna give them back the ball after they see what they did when they had the ball? You gave up your best opportunity by fumbling the ball at that moment. Andy Reid sees that. Patrick Mahomes sees that. All these guys see that. No, they're not giving you the ball back. They're gonna do everything in their power not to give you the ball back. They're gonna go down, score, or they're gonna run the clock. So as soon as they fumble that ball, it's like they're not getting the ball back. They just lost that game. Now look, he had a great game, great job. It was awesome. But again, he played Kansas City defense. Yeah, Chris Jones is back, but it's not like Kansas City defense is amazing.
Where do you rank Kansas City?
I don't have Kansas City defense in my top 15.
I'm not asked. Where do you rank them in the AFC?
As a team?
As a team.
Oh, they're a top 5 team.
Okay, they just had a dogfight with top 5 teams, so that is some sort of a positive for that team.
Because their defense is elite. They have an elite defense.
He threw for like 245.
Who?
Zach Wilson.
So I'm saying Kansas City defense is not elite. There's a difference between having a top team and a elite defense. You have an elite defense on the Jets, and the Kansas City defense is not elite. So I expect something to happen there, right? And I say he played well. Yes, he played well, but he didn't play enough to win the game.
Let's do a hypothetical.
He lost the game.
Let's do a hypothetical right now. Zach Wilson plays this type of game he played last night, minus the fumbles, minus the fumble. Same type of play, same type of defense every game. Let's go through.
Does he still lose that game?
I'm going to go through the rest of the games. I want to see your opinion. They're 1-3 right now. Okay? They got the Broncos next week. Are they beating the Broncos? Do you think?
I don't know. Russ just had a great game.
I'm telling you that he's playing the way he played last night.
I don't know. Russ is having a great game.
They're not beating the Eagles, so I'm not. Right. They're not beating the Eagles. The Jets. I mean, the Giants.
I don't know.
I think they're beating the Giants.
I don't know.
The Chargers.
Saquon could come back by then.
The Chargers.
I don't know.
I think they could beat the Chargers.
The Jets have a tough schedule.
The Raiders. I think they could beat the
Raiders. They could beat the Raiders.
They're not beating the Bills. They're not beating the Dolphins. They could beat the Falcons. The Texans, maybe not. The Dolphins are sleeping them. They can beat the Commanders. They can beat the Browns. They can beat the Patriots.
I know this is the first time Zach Wilson has played well since your
I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
Your take. I know.
There's hope.
I know, but I want to tell you on the sideline, his spirit was crushed. His spirit was crushed.
He felt like he lost the game for him.
He did. There was like he did. No, he lost the game. That's the truth of the matter is he lost the game at that moment by fumbling the ball. And there was no one else to blame but him for losing that ball. That's it.
I guess.
So, yeah, keep Zach Wilson. I know they're going to keep Zach Wilson throughout the season. Do what they got to do. Hey, but if you put Kirk Cousins in that situation, this is a different team. This is a different team.
Shut up.
Listen. The Jets really can do a crazy thing here. Get a twofer. Get Kirk Cousins. Put him in a situation. Get him for 1 year, right? For the rest of the year, maybe put him in a situation. You might win a championship. You might not. But you put your team in a better situation. Say they do win a championship with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins leaves after this year. Aaron Rodgers come back. They could possibly win another championship with another guy on that with this guy on their team. Now, guess what? Aaron Rodgers got 2 rings.
Hey,
if they can do this, they can pull it off. They can pull it off.
Here's the problem. This is what's going to get you. How the fuck are they paying for 2 contracts like Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers on the same roster?
What do you mean? Kirk Cousins is on his last year.
Yes. Do you see how much money he makes in a year?
Yeah, but they're gonna. I'm talking about trade for Kirk Cousins now for 1 year.
What cap room do they have? Is what I'm asking.
They can do that. They can do that.
I don't know. That's like $40 million.
They can do it. They can do it for 1 year. Hold it for 1 year. I can hold it for 1 year. For me to win a chip, I'll do it.
I feel like there's gonna be more in that trade to make sure they're not like over the luxury cap. Because they get like fined or penalized for being over the cap. Teams typically do. They
might pay that fine. Would you pay a fine to win a championship?
I mean, I think the Rams are smart. You already know the answer to that because the Rams did all that just to win a championship and they got a Super Bowl. So
that's what I'm saying. They can literally get 2 championships because this is a championship contending team with a good quarterback in this situation. Not great. I said good. Because that defense is really good. It's a really good defense. I'm scared of that defense. I think Dolphins can actually lose against that team just because of their defense alone. So if you put a really good quarterback in that situation that can get Garrett Wilson the ball, get these Lazard the ball, you still have the running backs. Obviously, Dalvin Cook is not playing well, but you get a quarterback in that situation, the running game is going to improve. Oh, you can win a championship. You put a good quarterback in the situation. I think they should go for it. Why not?
Sounds like they should go get Mac Jones.
You're not winning championship with Mac Jones. Not yet. Not yet.
He's a good quarterback.
He's not. He needs some time. You need time. Even though I call Kirk trash sometimes, but he can throw the ball. But I'm on my phone, so I can't see the.
The last thing is Monday night. But the topics.
I mean, we could talk about Monday night on Friday.
Yeah, but we don't really have any buy or sells. I've been busy. But I got one off the top of my head. I want to see if you guys agree with me now. Buy or sell. Najee Harris is not getting 1,000 yards rushing this year.
I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy it. Offensive line's trash.
I love it. Now, is Najee mid now?
No, I'm not gonna call Najee mid.
I think he's mid.
I
think he's mid.
I ain't going that far.
I think he's garbage.
Pump your brakes, buddy. Slow down.
I think he's a great rotational running back to have, but not your feature back. And I don't care if I get flack.
So you're saying he's running back number 2?
Yeah. I like Jaylen Warren more than him. Jaylen Warren gets better yards per carry with that same offensive line.
I can't say that, bro.
I can.
I disagree. But hey, man, I mean, you're a Ravens fan, so I can understand where the hate comes from.
It's not hate. It's just having eyes.
All right.
It's not hate.
All right.
I'm going to look like a genius.
You look like a
I'm going to look like a genius. I'm going to have Najee and DeAndre not touching 1,000 this year. And I'm going to look like a genius.
Yeah, you're right, Chubbs. You're right.
Unless they have like a 200-yard game, which Najee runs like he's an old man. Like
he possibly can. You know, he probably can have a 200-yard game. You never know.
I feel like they have a tough schedule.
You never know.
For 300 this week.
Literally talking shit just so he does it, and then he's still not doing it, which is great.
That'll be crazy to get a 300-yard game and still not get 1,000 yards. That's nuts,
bro. They got Baltimore. He's not getting a lot of yards against us. Not happening. The Rams not getting a lot of yards against the Rams. Jacksonville, maybe. Tennessee, I don't know. Nah, he will get a lot of yards against Tennessee. Joe Mixon did. Green Bay defense, that's a hard D-line front. Cleveland D-line front, that's hard too. Cincinnati's front, that's hard. Arizona, he can get yards on Arizona. New England's front, that's hard. Indianapolis's front, that's hard. Cincinnati again, hard. Seattle's front, hard. Baltimore again. Bro, he has crazy D-lines in front of him. Crazy.
That's the O-line problem, not his. They got to fix that problem. Because I think if the O-line get together, he'll snap. But as of right now, he ain't it. Somebody want him on my fantasy, bro? I can't do nothing with him, bro.
I'll trade you Miles Sanders.
For Najee?
Yeah.
Miles Sanders ain't doing anything?
Exactly.
I was like, what? Like, Najee at least gave me something.
I'll give you Miles Sanders and Kadarius Toney. How about that?
How many points can Kadarius Toney give you last week?
I think he gave me I don't know. Let me see. I think he gave me double digits, man. I don't know. He was on the bench though.
Yeah, man. I benched Drake London this week and man scored a touchdown.
That happens, man. It happens.
And then I put Marvin Mims in 2 weeks in a row. The man gave me 22 points. I put him in this week. He gave me 6.
What you need? What you need, Joey? I'm looking at I'm looking at my shit right now. I'm looking at what you need.
I need a receiver and I need a running back. I need everything. I got quarterbacks, man. Jordan Love, for some reason, he stayed consistent, man. Give me points.
Justin Fields gave
Hey,
me a
bro. I got you. Miles Sanders and Brandon Cooks.
For Najee?
Yeah, why not?
I need a running back, though. I have no running
Miles
back.
Sanders.
I got A-Chain. Oh, snap. My thing went away. I got A-Chain. He gave me 27. House crazy. Oh, with him. But I don't know, man. My team, I'm 0-4 this week. I'm 0-4 in fantasy, y'all. Y'all pray for me, bro. It's rough out here.
Let's go.
It's rough. 0-4. Last year, I was literally 11-3, bro. 11-3, 11-4, something like that. Best record. Now I'm 0-4, the worst. And it's crazy, man.
You basically the Bengals, man.
It is what it is, man. It is what
I got
it is.
you.
Joey
I got
B.
you. I
Joey
got you.
B.
You want Zach Moss?
No, I don't know Zack Moore. Yeah, well, hold on. Let me see. No.
Why not?
Jonathan Taylor coming back.
He's not. Nah, Jonathan Taylor's not playing for them, bro. I promise you, he's not playing for them. He's gonna come back, and he's not
coming
gonna play.
back. He's practicing.
Okay.
We talk and see if he come back. If he don't come back, then I'll talk to you. Why are you on Najee? You was just talking trash on Najee.
He's due for one game.
I know. I want that one game. I drafted him. I want that one game. I ain't gonna get rid of him, man. But nah, but I think that's all we got for you guys, man. Like Chubb said, no buy or sell this week. But it's been a great week, man. Great week so far. Unfortunately, you know, the best thing about today is that yesterday is over and I don't have to watch us lose again. But you know, but let's get into it, guys. Let's get into our week. Let's get into what's going on tonight, Monday night football. Seahawks versus the Giants. I obviously got the Giants winning. I don't know about y'all. I don't know who y'all got winning that game. What y'all said, Seahawks?
Yeah, I got Seattle.
I'm still sticking with the Seahawks.
Seahawks. All right, cool. I'm going with the Giants. I think the Giants gonna win. But hopefully it's a good game. You get to watch out there because I benched Geno, so I hope Geno play ass, so I don't regret it. But I feel like he's about the ball. Damn, probably gonna regret it. But anyways, man, we out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening to HD Sports Pod on Instagram, YouTube. X now. I think it's X. Yeah, X now. And hit us up. Subscribe,
That shit's still
comment,
Twitter.
follow, do all that stuff, man. Love y'all, man. Love y'all. Deuces.